Well, as you can imagine, nursing homes and assisted living facilities are having a tough time with the quarantine and social distancing. But Brightview Senior Living has recently found a way to bring the community together in a very special way. We've got Jen Casper and Katie Shepis. They're here to share that story. Thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
So first things first, I want to ask you, how difficult has it been for the residents there just having to be away from friends and family?
It's definitely been a difficult time for our residents, but the support of our staff and our families, and recently this car parade have made it a lot easier for our residents to try to get through this period. We've been doing a lot of FaceTime calls and in constant communication with our families, and just trying to make the best of the situation that we're currently in.
I'm smiling because I heard about this car parade and it was such a great idea. Tell me exactly how it happened and what the thinking was behind it.
I was inspired by a social media bit that I saw. Many people may have seen it. It was a gentleman who either rented or had access to a bucket truck, and he came to visit his wife at an assisted living, literally elevated up to her apartment. And we started thinking, we had a lot of families inquiring how they were going to be able to see their loved one. The access on the first floor is a very easy access. So we had a lot of window visits and serenades from 3 stories away, happy birthday, and those such things. But the families really wanted a closer opportunity for the resident, for their loved one. So this parade came to mind. We are strategically set up wonderful with a local park right across the street. So we had access to kind of expedite that and have our parade lineup across the street and then bring them in one by one. The families were amazing. They had less than 4 days notice to participate. The vehicles were decorated incredible. It was so cute. Huge signs with their parents or their grandparents' names, people hooting and hollering and dropping off gifts not only for the staff, but also for the resident, which was extremely special. And I think a lot of the families were able to kind of stop within a reasonable distance from their family member and shout to them how much they missed them and loved them.
Such a great gesture. Sounds like a lot of work. Were there a lot of logistics that had to come together to make this happen, or was it pretty smooth?
To be honest with you, there is such a spirit of optimism here at Brightview Bel Air. The minute I said to the team, let's do this, they were on it. We literally were like grassroots. We drew a little picture of what we thought would be the path for this to happen. And we had so many associates, our team here, just willing to stay and help direct not only vehicles and traffic, but also our residents so that they were appropriately a safe distance from one another, and provide them any care that they needed while they were outside during this parade. So it actually was not that challenging to do by any means. It was a group effort.
That's wonderful. And I'm also wondering what else Brightview is doing to help families feel connected. I know that this was a grand gesture, but there are things that are happening sort of day to day, correct?
Definitely. So we go around every single day. Multiple team members do. We're doing like a happy hour cart. We're doing, like I mentioned, a lot of the FaceTime calls. And we've had many residents who have had birthdays while this has been going on. So we're going out and getting them a special meal from their favorite restaurant here and giving that to them, getting them a cake, singing happy birthday and FaceTiming their family while doing so they can be a part of that.
Oh, it's really great. I mean, you guys are going above and beyond, but I'm also wondering about the staff. This is a departure. I mean, not only are you taking care of their medical needs, but now you're essentially family on top of family. So talk about what that has been, your role in terms of being part of the staff there.
Brightview Senior Living has been amazing for the staff. Immediately with the quarantine, they initiated some programs for our associates, including a food pantry, a difference in pay and for call out. They provided access to what we use as like a virtual physician's visit, even for people who are not staff members that are not within our insurance program. So lots of opportunities in that respect. The team themselves, my associates, oh my gosh, I can't even begin to tell you. We have associates who are doing their own little stickers for the back of the car that say Brightview Strong, and t-shirts and banners and stuff. There is such a team spirit within our communities, and hope that this will end very soon.
Yes.
Our families have been tremendous. We all have gained the COVID-19 pounds. Our families have sent enormous amounts of food and fruit and just goodwill gestures. And same with our vendors, our local vendors who are our primary referral sources. They have been incredible.
Well, I am not surprised, because I know that in 2019, Brightview was voted the #1 best place to work in senior living by Fortune magazine, which is huge. So how can people get in touch and learn more about your community?
We have a career website, and you can go to careers at Brightview Senior Living. You can access any of our communities all the way up and down the East Coast with that. Katie and I combined have 24 years tenure with Brightview Senior Living. This is a great place to live and a great place to work. If you are considering a service-based industry, please consider us. We absolutely love working here.
All right. Jen and Katie, thank you so much for being with us. We really appreciate it. And we'll be right back with more Midday Maryland right after this. Stay tuned.